Hey everyone, Christina here at Ginger Mama Tarot. This is going to be your extended Tarotscope for the month of August for Sagittarius Divine Feminine placements. And I hope you can hear me okay. I'm trying to speak loud enough. I realized a couple of my other recordings were a little quiet. I don't have my microphone since I'm traveling. But this song that was just playing, totally how I was vibing with Sagittarius energy right now, that fire energy. I think a lot of fire sign feminine energy, where it's like you're just like walking around the world like everything's beautiful, right? Like I went to an art show the other night and I posted a lot of content on that, and it was just so beautiful. It was like to be able to find beauty in anything. It's like, this is heaven. That was that song, this is heaven. And you're just like floating around like, yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. Also, right before I got on here, I was coughing slightly. So I feel like you just made the choice. Like you're speaking your truth. You're being authentic and genuine. You're done being juggled. And by the way, if you're juggling speaking the truth, you are being called to speak it now. Right now, whenever you're seeing this video. And if you're like, what does that look like? I have on my website, gingermama.com, the 3 A's. There are free blogs on there, you guys, on wounded and healed masculine and feminine energy. There's also a great blog about how to release your counterpart. And this is a constant thing. You might have to do it more than once, but it's constantly saying, no, I have this connection with you. I know how I feel about you, and I'm not going to take this in and out energy with you. We're going to get to a place of agreement and commitment around our connection because it's bigger than us. It's also in service to the collective. And if you can't do that, then I'm just going to balance out my own feminine and masculine energy and move forward, right? And that's what you're doing. You're like, your mind is clear. It's like you're just you're seeing it. And if you haven't, if you're like, that's not me yet, hold on, it's coming in the month of August, okay? The first week of August, we have the moon in Libra and then in Scorpio and this and that. But what I think is more pertinent for you Sagittarians is we have that full moon coming up on August 11th. And this is going to be some massive like crown chakra activation. This idea that you're seeing beauty in everything, the 7 of Cups, that you're seeing you have all these options, that you can literally manifest and create the reality you want. You're learning that it's not just thinking it and then feeling it, but it's then taking the action. And I feel like you're at that point where you're like, I'm ready to take the action. So any fear you hold right now around action, I want you to focus on that faith over fear. I just got a tattoo of that. I can't wait to take these, things off later so they'll look prettier. But faith over fear. And I want you to release with the full moon. Yeah, like let out any final emotions. Like let them pour out of you and write it down. I am deserving of love. I'm deserving of the career I want. I'm deserving of being seen and noticed and recognized. I am worthy of this. God, you chose me. Universe, you chose me. I will not let you down. I am not going to worry about what other people think of me or how they view me or anything. I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm going forward. I'm going forward, okay? And I think once you do that release by mid-August, you're going to be walking around like feeling like you're high or something, like, oh, everything's so beautiful, and like seeing the world in a whole different way, right? Temperance reversed, reminding you, stop pouring into people who do not pour into you. That is what is blocking your crown chakra activation here, right here, the crown. When we always pour into others and we don't expect them to pour into us equally, then we block our access to the divine. Because the divine's like, you're clouding your system, you're giving too much, we can't even get you a direct connection hotline to your downloads because you're giving it to everybody else. Stop doing that. So be careful about that, okay? Yeah, because this is your choice right now. This is your choice. You can either stop juggling that and release and feel really good by the middle of the month, or if you're going to keep holding on and saying, nope, 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 not doing it, then you're going to start feeling like death, okay? You're going to start feeling really run down. It's like your fear, especially with that Scorpio energy, that fear of like rebirthing yourself. And I mean, you're not gonna die, guys, but like you do feel energetically exhausted, tired, headaches. You might be getting sick more than usual. Those are all signs that you're tied energetically to other people, places, and things that you need to cut out. Ace of Swords. Lay that sword down, Divine Feminine. That is something you're being called to learn as you step into your masculine energy, okay? Is that you do not need anyone for validation. You do not need anyone to be spiritual, to follow your life journey. And many of you get in your heads about this. Stop doing that, loves, okay? I know. Trust me, I've been on the journey too. I know how easy it is to get there, especially when we've had past partners who have manipulated us, abused us, whether it's physical abuse or emotional abuse, or parents or caregivers, people that doubted. It's very easy to take those words because words are spells, right? Words are energy. And once we hear them and take them in, they sit in our subconscious. So you have to reprogram that subconscious and let it out and say, no, absolutely not. I am worthy, I am ready, all of this. And when you do that, you have your wishes fulfilled, okay? You have your wishes fulfilled. Also, I know this is so random. Like, I first put deodorant on this morning. Some of you Sagittarius placements, you need to get new deodorant, okay? That is like the most random download I've had in a YouTube reading. But like a natural deodorant of some kind, just check it out, okay? Or maybe that's just a sign that like someone who doesn't smell good that's in your field, you need to stay away from. Like, focus on smells this month, I guess. Like, there's smells. Like, there are going to be really good smells, but like, it's sometimes on an awakening. Okay, all right, I see where you're at now. I went through a period where I would randomly smell stuff, like toast or this or that, and then I had people say, oh, that means you're going to have an aneurysm, all this stupid shit. I'm like, I'm channeling, I know what it is. So some of you might be channeling in that way. If you smell something, look up what the meaning of that smell is, or if it's something you're drawn to, like it could be lavender or chamomile or something, like take it in, like breathe it in. I feel like you breathing in really good scents, candles or just anything is going to be really, really good for you around that full moon energy as you're releasing, okay? And anything that doesn't smell good, like get rid of it. I'm not saying you smell bad, all right? But I'm saying you're being called to like filter that out, okay? To filter that out, because I feel like right now you're trying to protect your energy, but there's still something around you, family, friend, lover, coworker, that is shady, that is sneaky. It could be that counterpart, whatever. They're not telling you the whole truth, and they're doing it on purpose to mess with you, to mess with your energy, to mess with your manifestations, to mess with whatever it is you're creating. And you need to get really real about clearing that out. You might also want to use like frankincense or incense that you feel called to. Tiger's blood is also really good, especially if you have any anger towards this situation that you want to release. That can help that. If you're in a female body, that can help you with cycles that might be off, that you're trying to get back into new moon and full moon alignment. It worked really well for me the last few months, you guys. I was having massive issues there. So okay, focus on that the first half of the month. Yeah, don't be in your head about communicating the truth. Don't do that. If you have someone in your life that's been wishy-washy and you're sick of it, just say it. Say it once and be done. This is how I feel, this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna do. Take it or leave it. They're not into it, go. You got other options, I assure you. You have many, many options. This card has come out multiple times. You got options, okay? Those of you that align with the higher realms, you're healing, you're doing the work, the door is open before you. Like literally anything your heart desires will be yours, okay? You gotta know that. Faith over fear. All right, so after you do that release, middle of the month, around the 11th, that full moon, great time to release. Then we're gonna hit on the 22nd, Virgo season starts. And Virgo season, Virgos are very intuitive naturally, but it's also a very like logical time. Like I talked about that idea of like back to school, back to work, summer's ending, like we're really getting real about what it is we want. And so I want you to really focus on what it is you want. We have Taurus going retrograde with Uranus on the 24th. That's also a call to be really real with yourself. Where are you? Yeah, like that crashing of the ice behind me as the restaurant's about to open. It's like, yeah, I love that. Dump it out. Okay, it might be heavy to pick up and dump out a whole thing of ice, but like King of Pentacles reverse, like where are you just so fixed in your shit? You're like, I'm right, I'm stubborn, I'm right, this is the way the world works, there's no other way to do it. Why is that? Or if you have other masculine energies in your life that are like that, cut them out. Father, brother, mother, whatever, masculine energies exist in all bodies, you guys. If somebody is going to be like that, they're only going to wound you. You cannot let them wound you. Do not be shy and timid. Do not let them wound you. Speak your truth. Open, honestly, truthfully. The Fool here, you have a new beginning. You're going to feel lighter and lighter this month, I'm telling you, as you can just release that. Okay? Release that. that's really important for you this month. And as we exit out the month on the 27th, we have the new moon in Virgo. It's a great time for you to get really clear on what it is you want and what it is you don't want. It's a great time to manifest and get really specific. These are the characteristics I really want in a relationship. These are the characteristics I want out of a career, out of my own identity. This is how I want my day to flow, or my week, or whatever. Work with Source. They're going to help you do that, okay? Queen of Wands, you're going to feel a lot. I'm telling you, that vibe, you're going to feel so passionate and like creative. It's like every little thing you see is just going to spark inspiration in you, and allow it to be cultivated into artwork or music or just any creative outlet you feel called to, okay? That is going to be a big deal this month. Enjoy the end of the summer. You know, I'm here in the United States, so it's summertime here, but whatever season you're in, just like enjoy it, embrace it. And Queen of Cups, like, be mindful of your emotions right now. Process them in private. If something comes up, you know, I have this happen all the time. Like, suddenly I am whatever, it's just out of nowhere. I'm like, why am I crying? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit here for 10 minutes and cry in my bathroom. I'm gonna pick myself up, wipe my tears off, and I'm gonna go forward into what? My passionate creative endeavors. Because the way out of these energy swings is work, okay? Work in whatever way that looks like for you. It doesn't have to be exclusively spiritual work, but it's combining your spiritual ascension journey with whatever work you're doing, and like seeing how you could intermix the two, okay? We need spiritual leaders in every kind of work environment, communicating and speaking their truth. And so that's what you're being called to do, and that's what you're being called to reflect on at the end of August. As we move into September, I think you'll get more concrete on what that work will look like. But I'm telling you, you Sagittarians, like, you don't, who you're gonna be if you're doing the work, by like November, December, January, you're gonna look back and be like, oh my God, this is incredible. Trust me, who I was in January versus who I am now versus who I was last summer. Well, I'm like, who am I gonna be in 6 more months? It's really fun once you realize that you're creating your own reality. And look, you're about to have a massive awakening around love. A soulmate possibly, could be that twin flame, who knows, but some awakening, and a realization that like you have to pick you. You know what I mean? If they're not going to choose you, if they're not going to love you, why would you ever want to be with someone like that? Why would you ever want to play a game like that? With your heart, with your soul, with your mind, with your beautiful body. Why would you do that? Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. If you do that, 10 of Swords, I'm telling you, Sagittarius, you have to release love right now. You've got to release love. Love will come when love is ready for you. Right now, you need to focus on you. You, like, I see someone, go out by yourself, go out to dinner by yourself, maybe go on a short trip by yourself, see who you run into, just flow, just feel any feelings that come up with that. If you feel uncomfortable, trust me, I used to feel uncomfortable traveling alone all the time, and now I love it. But however you feel in that, sit in that energy. Now I feel more anxious when I'm with others. Like, I'm sharing a hotel with my sister, and I've been Miss Queen of Wands over here. I'm like, okay, I just wish I had my own room. And it's not her, like, she's wonderful, and I know she feels that way too. It's just, it's an interesting thing when you pull back that far and then you're trying to reintegrate. We're all trying to get to the middle ground. But if you were someone that was very anxiously attached, as feminine energy is, you need to pull all the way back first before you begin to reintegrate. And me, I'm just now reintegrating, and I've been pulled back for almost a year of like straight up, like, stripped away friends, stripped away family. It was probably not a full year, but just this summer I've been starting to reintegrate, and it's difficult, but it's totally worth it, okay? I love all of you. If you feel called, you can always book a reading in on my website, gingermama.com. There's also free blog content, and please watch your moon and your rising, and possibly your Venus sign as well. I find those are very, very helpful for my clients. Many of them, when they watch all of them, are like, it made a lot more sense than just watching my sun sign. So, okay, yeah, and don't worry about these emperors. I'm telling you guys, they're control freaks. They're trying to control you because they cannot control themselves. They want you that bad that they're like, I don't want to have to admit that I was wrong. Their egos are that big. You need to just stay away from them right now. I'm telling you, if you allow them in your orbit, energetically or in person, you are going to feel weaker and weaker and weaker. Throw it back to them. Allow them to deal with their own shit. They are adults. I assure you, they have every choice to heal. They have every resource, just like God led you to this reading and others. They will find what they need, okay? It's not your job to save them. That's a complex you hold if you believe it is, okay? I love all of you. I will see you next month. Have a beautiful month of August.